Hello, Tim O'Kelly here. Got a question for you. Is your success by chance or by choice? Think about that. We'll get back to that in just a second. What I want to do is I just want to give you just a couple of thoughts real quick. If you don't know me, we've never experienced each other before, if you'll just go up top and there's a bio video about me. If you want to know a little bit more about me, you can watch that, or you can just stay right here. And we're going to take on a great topic about, is success your choice or is it by chance? And I want to show you how to make it by choice. And so I've been doing this work for about 25 years, travel around the United States, Canada, being on stage, lots of people. And over those years, I've been working on just what works. You know, what's the minimal amount someone can do without putting a whole lot of effort into it? What's the minimal amount of tools that we can use in our toolkit to build any structure that we want to? A great relationship, a business, both of them, family, kids, happiness, health, balance in our life. What are the fewest tools we need? And so one of this topic that I want to look at today is the habits that you keep. The habits that you maybe are not even aware of. The habits right now that can be so automatic that you don't even question them. I'm asking you to question them. And I'm asking you to question all of your habits right now, because you can tell the success of somebody by the habits that they keep. And I've always said this, all we'd have to do is follow you for one day of your life and tell you what the odds are if your success is by chance or it's by choice. Just by the habits that you honor every day. What I'm talking about is a habit of how you wake up. I know that sounds crazy, but that is a habit, right? You wake up and you start doing your life the same way. And sometimes it can be so unconscious, like, well, I don't even think about that, I just do it. That's what I'm wanting you to question. That's what I want you to stop. See, my big deal is, if you want something different in your life, whether it's energy, health, money, we've got to look at the genesis of what's creating it. We've got to look at the source of what's creating it. We've got to look at the engine. And the engine is the way that you and I think, our perspective, the way we see things, our viewpoint. Our viewpoint dictates everything else. Our viewpoint dictates our energy level. Our viewpoint dictates our behavior. Our viewpoint dictates how we walk, how we engage with people, how we hold people, how we push people away, how we love people, how we hate people, how we are angry, how we are happy, It's already set up. See, we don't choose all that. It's already set up by our perspective about ourselves, about the world, about people, about humanity, about money, about success, about wealth. Those viewpoints right there dictate everything. So I'm asking you, take a look at them. And how to take a look at them is to watch your habits. Look to see what you do every day and question them. Let me give you an example. When you wake up, what's the first thought you have? Now, the question is it chance or is it choice? Do you kind of wake up and then whatever thought floats into your head, you entertain or you put thought on? Or do you wake up and dictate the thought? See, I tell you what, there's success there and there's not success there. If you wake up and dictate your first thoughts, you're on your way to being much more successful, just right there. See, that's a habit, and that be a habit you might not even thought of before. You know, you go into companies, and you know, I'm brought into companies to find out, you know, what they can do to have more business and all that. Sales is usually the number one thing that they want to increase, to have more profit. That's what businesses do. One of the great things to do is just to look at everything they do and say, why? Why are you doing this? And it's hilarious when a company really starts to take a look at it and go, well, this is the way we do things. Why? Well, this is the way why? I don't know why. It's just what we've been doing for 25 years. Well, that's what we're going to start taking a look at. So one, the thought you have when you wake up. Then, what's your first action step? Right? I know this sounds so simple, but you probably have to think about it. because it's unconscious. You probably have to go, okay, now when I get out of bed, will I go pee? There's something else you can do before that is extremely successful, meaning your success will be by design. It will be by choice, not by chance. So take a look really at how you structure your day. Just for the first 2 hours, look at it. And I challenge you, here's a great exercise. Write them down, what I do. Boom, 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 boom. Now, don't start putting things in there that you want to do. Don't start putting things in there that you know you should do. Be honest with yourself. Take 2 hours, the first 2 hours of your life, and then pull back and look at it. And I guarantee what you're going to see. You're going to see this. If you're very successful right now, you're going to look at those 2 hours and go, dang, now I see why. And that maybe was unconscious. And if you're not successful in areas that you want to be successful in, I guarantee that those first 2 hours that you look at and you'll go, now I see why. Because they weren't by choice for most people, they're by chance. And so to lay out a very structured day and call those success habits. But pretty soon, you don't think about those. And you're more successful unconsciously. What's the healthiest thing you can do? Think. What do you think about when you wake up? Have it be positive. See, there's only 2 ways to think. The brain can only entertain 2 ways to think. The brain is a magnetic process. There's a positive charge and there's a negative charge. You can think positive, you can think negative. I promise you, if you don't dictate the thought, you'll have more negative thoughts creep in. If you don't dictate the thought first, okay? So what's another thing that you can get in the habit of doing that does not work at all? And that is to, even in bed, get your phone, look at maybe the clock, and then go, oh, wait, well, there's a notification of Facebook. Someone called, oh, let me look. And you start looking on the phone, you start looking in Facebook, you start looking at emails before you got out of bed. Not successful. You can argue, you can fight me, but just think about that. Before you dictating your agenda for the day, before you getting clear on what your day is going to be like, you're looking at other people's agendas. What's going to happen is, and you'll see this, if you bombard your mind with other people's agendas, which is all those are, email, Facebook, all those are other people's agendas, and you got your mind on those, what you're going to notice is by the end of the day, you're not going to get much done because your mind is all over the place. And we call it whatever ADD. It might not be. It might be, and it might not be. We didn't dictate our mind at the very beginning. Okay? So that's what this idea is look to see what your habits are and are they effective for you. I'm not here to lay them all out for you. I do have that. I did a whole program on that of just laying every step of the way through a whole day to be more successful. But just on your own, even if you want to, take a look. First 2 hours. Write everything you do down. It'll blow your mind that you have gotten into a pattern that is not successful. A pattern that maybe feels good, that is comfortable, but not successful. So just stop for a minute. Take a look. Any of the ones that you can see, well, that's not successful, turn them. And create one that is successful. Hydration. Right? That's on the model that I created. That would be the second thing that I have on there it's the third, excuse me. It's the third. I had to review that in my mind. The first one is to choose the thought that today's going to be great. Today's going to be productive. Today's going to be relaxing. Today's going to be whatever you want. You dictate the agenda, right? The second one is a full body stretch. Now see, you might not even thought about that. How long does that take you to do? But I tell you what, if you study that and you get online, look at what it does for the nervous system. A long stretch of the whole body, 5-10 seconds. Just that right there. Now reach out and have a glass sitting on your table, full glass of room temperature water, and just down it. Right? Those are 3 things that you've done before you got out of bed, basically, that sets up an incredible day. Incredible day. And then just keep going and take a look. Now, if you do, and if you're serious about this, that to have an unconscious success formula, then find the product because it's powerful. It's good and it works and it will lay out there things just like that are fun and easy to do that anybody can do, and you will be more productive and happier every day that you choose to. Okay? So take a look at the habits that you keep and see if they are successful. So Tim O'Kelly signing out. Just want to say this, remind you of this. Challenge your perspective.